What is up, guys? My name's Christian and welcome to my history video. So to be honest, when I am recording this, I'm sort of sick, so my voice may sound weird. Also, making this project was actually a good chance for me to talk to my parents, so it was actually really fun. So thank you. Anyways, this is the first question, so here we go. Question 1. Where were you born? I was born in Canada, Ontario, in the capital city of Toronto, and the hospital I was born in was St. Michael's Hospital. I was also born on July 29th, 2001. Here's a picture of me when I was a baby. Question 2. Where is your family originally from? Unlike me, my parents were born in the Philippines. However, my mom was from Batangas and my dad was from Caloocan City, so they weren't together when they first met. Question 3. How did you, or they, come to live in Canada? When and why did your family choose Canada? The reasons for my parents going to Canada are really different, or sort of the same. Anyways, as for my mom, she followed wherever her sister went. So when her sister went to Greece, she went to Greece. When she went to Canada, my mom went to Canada. As for my dad, he went to go visit his brother that he hasn't seen in 20 years, also to marry my mom. And when my mom told me this, that was super embarrassing. Question 4. Describe your or their immigration experience, aka reasons to come or reasons to leave, etc. Both of my lolo and my lolas on both sides of my parents were actually in wars. For my mom's side, my lolo and lola were actually in World War II near the end part, which was like 1943, and they were around ages 3 to 4 at the time. And as for my dad's side, they weren't in World War II. However, the Philippines was actually still fighting with Japan. So there was a big thing, and my lola and lolo were probably around 1 or 2 years old when that happened. So it was pretty traumatic. Question 5. Was any of your family alive during the World Wars or other wars? What was life like? How did the war change society? As I just said, all of my grandparents were actually victims of war, but they weren't the only ones in my family who were victims of war. Both of my great-grandpas on both my mom and my dad's side actually participated in World War II. Sadly, they didn't come back, making both of my lola and lolo have no parents, or at least a father to live with as I'll grow up. Question 6. Has any of your family been involved in wars? As I just said, all of my grandparents were actually victims of war, but they weren't the only ones in my family who were victims of war. Both of my great-grandpas on both my mom and my dad's side actually participated in World War II. Sadly, they didn't come back, making both of my lola and lolo have no parents, or at least a father to live with. Our question 7. What are some ways your parents/guardian's life was different from yours when they were teenagers? Well, there was a lot of things different when they were teenagers and when I'm a teenager. As for music, that was disco, and unlike me, they went outside more. And they actually climbed trees to get bananas and other fruits. They lived on farms. For my mom, she had to feed ducks, dogs, cows, cats, a lot of animals. And they actually had to walk a lot of kilometers through mountains and not jungles, like forests, to get to their school. So, unlike them, I have to just take the train and go there. So I'm super grateful for them that they chose Canada. Other things that are different. Oh yeah. My mom's radio dramas were a funny thing that she told me. So apparently, she had to imagine it, and they also had horseback riding, and the sound for that, they would just like tap their fingers on something, and they'd be like, can't hear it. I'm sick. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Question 8. What are some ways your life was the same as your parents' or guardians' life when they were teenagers? My life compared to my parents when they were teens, as to when I'm a teen, is actually completely different. I live in a high-tech society, and they lived in like, I think, farms. And it was really hard for them to learn and stuff, as I just said. Also, that's why I'm super grateful for them bringing me to Canada and giving birth to me in Canada, so I can actually learn and use the things that they weren't able to have. And yeah. Question 9. What was one event that changed the world during the time your parents/guardian were alive, before you were born? How did this change the world? For this question, both of my parents said the advancing technology was actually the most changing thing before I was born, while they were still alive. They are still alive. Anyways, here's a short story about my mom finding out about touchscreens on a smartphone. So when she got her smartphone, she was like, "Where are the buttons?" And I showed her that you could touch the screen to use the buttons on the screen. And when she found out that you could do that, she was in total awe. Her face was literally priceless. It was hilarious. I love my mom. Question 10. What was an event that happened in the world since you were alive? How did this change the world? A month and a half-ish after my birth, which was in July, so it was September, the tragedy of the Twin Towers actually happened, which was also known as 9/11. This was actually life-changing, well, not life-changing for them, but it was actually a big shock, and they will remember it, as I was literally 1 month old when that happened, and it was actually a big shock for them. I just said that. Question 11. How have these experiences of yourself and your family influenced or affected your life? After having this talk with my parents, I am actually more grateful for my life and my education. They gave me this life, so I'm not gonna waste it. Yeah. Question 12. What have you learned about your family that is the most intriguing or interesting? What new information did you discover? Despite all that I've said during this video, I honestly haven't learned anything that I haven't been told before. Usually when I'm being scolded, my parents like to tell me about their life stories, so everything I've told you is, I've already known that. But if I had to pull one thing from this experience, I would have to say, family is more important than your life. The small things that affect it won't affect you as much after you lose the more important things in life. That was a quote my mom told me while I was interviewing her. Question 13. What are the major legacies of your family? I'm not sure of any major legacies in my family, but if I had to say that there is a legacy, I'd have to say it's my dad, and I have to carry this thing, because my dad went to army school, and he graduated top of his class in college with like almost perfect marks, and I think he did get a perfect mark in one of them. He literally got an 100%. Now I'm here with bad grades. Shouldn't waste my life. Ha ha. Thanks for watching to the end of my video. It may have been weird or sad. Sorry if you felt that way. Anyways, other than that, I'm glad to have talked about this with no one or someone or a lot of people. So yeah, it's the end of my video. Outro!